Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some Mega Evolution designs. Now these have been designed by, I'm going to go ahead and put up an image here, so credit to these people, right? I'll also put a link down to their Twitter page as well, so you can follow them or go check out their posts and stuff like that. So they did make some designs for Mega Evolutions based upon descriptions. So what we're about to look at, spoiler warning, if you do not want to know what the Megas are, or if you don't want to have an idea of what they're going to look like and you kind of want to be surprised later down the line, well, this is obviously not for you. But just again, another warning: once this stuff becomes more readily available and the actual designs come out, you're going to be able to see them. So I mean, it's really not that crazy, but with that said, I got to be careful. Okay, so these are not the official designs. All right, these are images made by the group that I have up here that were made off of a particular description that they did have. Okay, so just want to make that clear as day that these are not actually from the Pokemon Company. But with that said, let's go ahead and hop into it. And last warning, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of these Mega Evolutions, and we're going to go ahead and start it right now. So Mega Fable looks pretty funny, okay? Like the wings, it looks like it's going to be picking up a flying type here. So pretty awesome. I don't know how well it's going to be ranked, but it's going to be one of those lower combat ones. So pretty awesome though. Mega Victory Bell. I really hope it doesn't look like this. It looks very goofy. I mean, this artwork that they've done is great, right? They're just making these based upon what they were given as the description of these Mega Evolutions. So all the artwork's amazing. It's just and they're pretty accurate on a lot of these, so hopefully we'll see. This should be a very good grass type attacker as a Mega Evolution too. And then we do have the Mega Starmie, which I personally like this design. I know it's not too crazy change from what it usually is, aside from, you know, the starfish front part being longer and it looks like it has legs now. But I like it, not bad. Could be a decent water type attacker and psychic type attacker as well. Dragonite. This one looks, if this is what it looks like, this is going to be one of my favorite new Mega Evolutions. That thing looks really good. So it's picking up those wings, and it has kind of like the Dragonair ball at the end of its tail, and then it looks like it has wings on the back of its feet as well, and just also on its arms too. With of course the big wings on top of its head, and its horn is getting a little bit longer, and it's losing its kind of little antennas. Looks like they turned into wings. I love it. I love it if that's what it's going to be. Dragonite, again, is one of my favorite designs, so this Mega Evolution looks great. Mega Meganium. Picking up fairy typing. This has been out there for a while as far as the typing. So grass and fairy. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be more of a defensive type. That's why you can see it looks like that. Again, these are not official designs. These have been made by the group that we posted in the beginning with that link down below as well. So credit to them, of course. Mega Meganium looks like a tanky grass type Pokemon with fairy. And then we have Mega Feraligatr picking up, looks like Dragon and Water now. And it looks like Dredagon with the color, right? I love the design though. I like how it has the turquoise kind of blending in with its darker blue with the purple spouts on it as well, if that's what it's going to be, with the red head that looks like Dredagon, right? So pretty awesome that it's going to be picking up a dragon type. We'll see what's going to happen here, right? Mega Skarmory. This is, wow. Also, Mega Feraligatr is going to definitely be a new top water type attacker for sure, okay? But back to Skarmory here. Wow, if this is what it looks like, whew, it looks amazing. Kind of like just some sort of metal bird of death. Like it didn't look like that before, of course, but this one just looks more intimidating. You have the spike on the bottom, longer kind of fin on its head, and then it looks like its feet turned into a knife. So pretty crazy design there, and that should be pretty awesome. Nothing that's going to blow anything out of the water as far as new damage per second or being a new raid type attacker, but definitely freaking amazing looking for sure. And then we do have Mega Frostlass. So okay, interesting. Yeah, who knows? That's like a little cloud underneath it or something like that. Interesting. Mega Greninja, which is going to be, looks like in an upside down pose with a big water ninja star that is going to be kind of sticking to as it's hanging upside down. I can see that being the design. That's definitely going to be the top hitter, okay, for sure. So Mega Greninja, as well as Ash Greninja. I don't know how all that's going to work. Ash Greninja is already in the game file, so that's pretty interesting. Alright, I don't know about this. He's just going off the designs of the description that we're given. But this is Mega Pyroar, and essentially it just has another head on top of its head. Its body design is changed slightly, but nothing else is really looking different. I'm sure there's some sort of a meaning behind it, if that's what the official design is going to be really looking like. But that's going to definitely be on the top for one of the worst designs for new Mega Evolutions. Mega Eternal Floette. So this one we don't even have in the game yet, so we'll have to see how they work this one out. It's going to be pretty awesome when we do get that too, for sure. And Mega Malamar. That's awesome because I have a Shundo, one of those. Yeah, let's go. I got it during the research day that we did have for it. So pretty happy about that. Sure, it's going to be doing something out there for us. Again, it's a little unfortunate because you're going to need the higher combat power Pokemon to actually be on the top charts for new top tier of whatever, Psychic or Dark, right? Mega Malamar looking not too different, but pretty awesome. I like that there. Mega Electros. Alright, does this thing really need a Mega Evolution? Not one of my favorite Pokemon around, but definitely interesting here. It's going to just be an electric type, looks like. So there you go. Mega Electros. Mega Chandelure, picking up a whole lot more flames and just overall bigger design on it. Looks pretty awesome. Definitely going to be your top tier fire as well as ghost type. Not your number ones, but it's definitely going to be up there. It's going to be insanely strong and a little squishy like usual, but always nice to see Pokemon that have higher attack, finally with Comet Pyre, actually going to be able to come in and do something for us here. Looking cool. And then we do have Mega Chestnut. It looks pretty awesome. I like how it has those shields there, as well as it looks like it's wearing a cape, maybe like some sort of a king or something like that, or some sort of warrior. It looks like it's growing a beard or something like that. Mega Chestnut looking pretty interesting, and it's going to be a pretty decent grass type attacker. Not so much fighting. It doesn't have a great fighting quick move. It just has superpower, right? So there is that. But Mega Chestnut looking pretty awesome. Mega Delphox looks like a witch. I could see them releasing this during Halloween time, and it's a pretty fitting looking thing, because it's like a sorcerer with a wand and all that stuff, and then it evolves into, or Mega evolves into this thing that's like basically a witch. So pretty interesting design. Nothing that's going to take over. It's probably going to be a decent fire type attacker, but that's pretty much it. Then we have Mega Drampa looking pretty funny over here. It's not going to really be doing anything for you except for just new register, or if you like the design. And I mean in Pokemon Go. All of these things, all these new Megas in the main series games will have usability, right? But in Pokemon Go, not so much, right? Mega Phalanx looks a little goofy, like it's walking on the heads that it has with the one main head there, but who knows how it's actually going to work. Okay, fighting type. Mega Phalanx. Mega Barnacle, or Barbarical, and this one is going to be picking up a fighting type here. It's rock, of course. Pretty interesting. I don't see it, on the top tier for too much things as far as its fighting type is concerned, but definitely an interesting Pokemon. Moving on here, Mega Dragalge. That looks pretty awesome. I do love that there. It looks like it's got those crystals or what are the pearls on that thing there? So pretty awesome. Mega Dragalge. Nothing that's going to top the charts, but pretty interesting. Mega Honalucha. So this one is also not going to really be doing too much. Like how it looks like kind of feathers in its ear, and almost like a Native American style thing. We all know that this is a regional to Mexico in Pokemon Go, right? And finally, we have Mega Zygarde. This thing is going to be incredible. So there's a lot of questions that are going on with how this Mega Zygarde is going to work. So how do they release Megas? In the raids. How do you get Zygarde with the one task, right? So are they just going to throw it in the raids and we're just going to be able to catch as many as we want at this point? I don't know. I don't think that's how it's going to work. That would be amazing, allowing us to actually farm the Zygarde candy without having to use our rare candies and continuously stack those up in our bag. But I think it's going to work like Rayquaza's move, how you give it an item and then it learns this new move, and then after you learn that new move, then you can Mega Evolve. I think that's how Zygarde is going to work as well. It'd be nice if they increased the amount of cells that we can get per day, because that is very, very, very grindy, and I think that was one of my least favorite things to do in this game. I didn't really mind it too much. It was nice getting out and doing the routes, but it's so much, and sometimes it's not even guaranteed per the route. Like, if you complete a route and you haven't reached your maximum limit for a cell yet, it should just allow you to have it. Just, you know, 1 cell or 2 or 3. You can get between 1 or 3, right? If you're lucky, you can just get all 3 in one route and be done with it, because your limit is 3 per day. They need to increase that to like 6 or something, but whatever. They also need an event where they actually give you a couple of more. Like, they just came out with the other one recently that gave you, was like 10 of them, which isn't not bad, right? I think it was like 10, right? But maybe what they can do is like come out with an event where when you do a route, the limit to getting cells would be increased to like 20 per day, or maybe 15. I don't know. Don't push it too much. And then you'll have a higher chance to encounter anywhere between 1 and 5 cells instead. Okay, let's increase it. And you're guaranteed to encounter a cell every single time you do a raid. That would be a great event. People would love that. That would get people out there grinding it up, collecting those cells. All right. But anyways, that's going to be a tricky one. We'll see how that works. And there's the list, folks. Tell me which one you think looks the best down below. And again, these are not official designs, so all this is all subject to change. This is just the individuals making the images based upon what they have been given as far as the descriptions for these Mega Evolutions, okay? Just have to make sure that's 100% clear. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.